What's up, all my good people out there in YouTube land? Coming at you at Smackdown review on the road to WrestleMania. All right, cool. We're playing over here. Got the music playing in the background. What's up, good people? What's up? Where's my notes? I like this little song. All right, so tonight was Smackdown. Rematch. Some interesting news. It was an okay show. It was all right. Yeah, it was all right. Nothing to rave about, nothing to go crazy about, but it is what it is. We're used to it by now. I'll probably be saying that for a couple more weeks, months, years. Anyway, before we even get started, I just want to thank everybody who has been subscribing to the channel. I want to thank everybody who has, sent me comments, who sent me messages and things along that line. I also want to thank everybody who has viewed the channel, even if you haven't subscribed yet, which I don't know why you haven't subscribed, so you should go ahead and subscribe. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, hit that thumbs up. Let's get these views up. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these subscribers up. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Next week, in 2 weeks, 11 days from now, 10 days from now, something like that, I will start uploading video game content. Last night, I recorded weekend sessions with me and Adrian. I did it early because Adrian has some stuff to do. That will be on the channel tomorrow around 12 o'clock. It's already uploaded, ready to go for your viewing pleasures. So before we even get into the SmackDown review, let's get into some wrestling news. So yesterday we found out that Cesaro has left the WWE. It has come to believe that he has, that they couldn't come to an agreement on terms as far as his contract and things like that. I'm not surprised that he left the company because they had no plans on pushing him. I'm glad he got his WrestleMania moment last year. I thought him and Sheamus as the Bar were a great tag team, but it seems like after his match last year at WrestleMania Backlash with Roman, that was kind of like the end of the momentum behind him, which is sad because he's probably one of the best that was in that company. His presence will be missed in the company. So, yeah, it's sad to see him leave. I don't know where he's going to go next. Of course, everybody's going to say AEW or, things like that, but who knows what he'll end up doing next. But I do know that they lost a good one. And, so it's sad that he couldn't continue his contract, but at the same time, happy for him because they were not going to use him properly the way that they should have used him. So that's that. Cesaro's my guy, but I get it. I understand it. All right, let's get started with the show. So the show opens up with Michael Cole in the ring. He's doing a segment with Ronda Rousey. She's coming out, and they're basically talking about, it's been 3 years since she's been inside of the ring. He talks about what made her want to come back. She talks about how she broke one hand at WrestleMania 36 in New York, where she main evented. She had to get that hand fixed. She had to get that hand rehabbed, but then she turned around and broke the other hand. So she had to get that hand fixed and get that hand rehabbed. Then she turned around and had a baby. So she's had a lot going on. So I actually didn't think she would come. I'm not gonna say I didn't think she would come back, but I didn't think that she would. I thought she would have come back like right away, and then that would have been like that. But she doesn't know her time. I know she's been wanting to have a family, so congrats on that, or her daughter. So He also talks about. She also said she wanted to have her daughter, and then she wanted to come back and pretty much main event WrestleMania again, and she wanted to punch her ticket, so that's why she entered the Royal Rumble. She talks about watching her mother, be a single mother and winning Olympic gold, also by being an engineer, also by being, by getting her PhD, along with, just pretty much being a badass. So, shouts out to her mother, shouts out to all the single mothers out there doing their thing, holding it down. And she, she wanted to show her daughter what it's like to be a strong, independent woman and really go after what you want and pretty much let nobody tell you no. So, shouts out for her doing that. Michael Cole was running down her list of accomplishments. She's been the first of this, first of that. And she said she really doesn't want to look at past accomplishments. She wants to look forward, and she wants to be the first woman or quadruple woman or whatever, to tap out Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Charlotte Flair comes out. She pretty much talks about how she had one up on Ronda and how she will be walking out of WrestleMania as the champion. So Ronda's just pretty much staring at her, and then from behind, Sonya Deville attacks Ronda. Charlotte also helps her out, and at that point, I thought Naomi was going to come out and help out, but we later on learned why Naomi did not come out. So I lost my train of thought. What else happened? So Sonya attacked her. Charlotte helped. They kind of went after her knee. Ronda kind of got back in the ring and kind of threw what's the damn girl name down? Sonya threw her down. Sonya exited the ring, and that was pretty much that. The opening segment was not good. The opening segment was boring. It does not get you any more hype. It does not get anybody any more hype for what is coming to their match. So, I don't know. Let me see. There's this question. Why did Paul Heyman say Brock Lesnar is losing title on Saturday at Madison Square Garden? He pretty much said we know he's not going to lose the title, but he's pretty much saying he's going to lose the title because they're still advertising Brock. Well, they stopped it today, but they was at Monday night. They were still advertising Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley, and he was saying that he's not going to make it out of Madison Square Garden for the title. Now, I did read today that Bobby's trying to get medically cleared for WrestleMania, but I think at this point, I don't know what he's going to do at WrestleMania. So I think those plans are kind of done. I don't see Brock losing his title until WrestleMania. I don't see why Brock would need to win at WrestleMania. It's not going to do him any good. So that's why Paul Heyman is stuck on that. I don't even know who Brock is facing at WrestleMania. So that'll be interesting to see who he faces at WrestleMania. At Madison Square Garden next Saturday, because they don't have anybody. So let me see. So before we even get to the next match, they have a backstage segment where Adam Pearce is talking to Sonya Deville. She doesn't have her jacket on. So, when she was feuding with Naomi, it was like, you don't have your jacket on. When you don't have your jacket on, then she's pretty much free game. When she has her jacket on, then she can't do anything. So he's backstage. I'm losing my train of thought, and my notes are sitting right in front of me. This is I'm like real hype for some reason. Let me calm down and take my time. So he's backstage, and he's talking to Sonya Deville. He's like, "Where's your jacket?" She's like, "I don't know." And then he's like, you're out of control pretty much, and you will be facing Ronda Rousey next week in Miami. So it'll be interesting. It'll probably be a squash match, or Charlotte will probably find some way to get involved. I would like to see a proper feud with her and Sonya because they have a similar background. But I think Sonya would need to be a full-time wrestler again for that. Well, she doesn't have to. She could be part-time for that to happen. But I would like to see that feud done properly. Like I was saying, Charlotte's going to have to do a lot of work to get people invested in this match, especially because it's probably going to main event Saturday night, and they're going to have to do a lot. The match is going to be okay. I don't think it will be one of Ronda's best matches. Of course, they will hype it up to be like one of Ronda's best matches because that's what they do. I don't think that's going to be the case. Let's see. Up next is the first rematch of the night. The first rematch of the night is the New Day versus Los Lotharios. I think I said that right. Angel Garza and Roberto Carrillo. It was a good match, but it was a rematch. So I'm calling them the New Day because that's what they are. I'm not going to sit here and say Big E and Kofi Kingston. That's who was in it, but they're not calling them the New Day for whatever reason. I don't know. But so it was a cool match. It was a rematch. Again, it's a rematch. I've said this before, and I'm going to stick with it until I see different. It'll probably be a multi-man match at WrestleMania. It's probably going to be Los Lotharios. It's going to be the New Day, the Viking Raiders, the Usos, and probably Sheamus and man, what's Sheamus' partner name? Ridge Holland. So it'll probably be them 5 or 4, whoever. I don't know. Instead of unifying the damn Universal Championship and the WWE Championship, you need to unify the goddamn SmackDown and Raw Tag Team Championships. That's what you need to be doing. Let's see. So we go backstage, and the Usos are being interviewed, talking about the winner takes all match and how they will be out there for the contract signing. And they are really hyping this winner takes all match between Roman and Brock Lesnar Sunday night at WrestleMania, the main event, as the biggest match of WrestleMania of all time. I get it. Their tagline also is stupendous. It's not going to be the biggest of all time. There's no way. It's not going to be bigger than like Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. It's not going to be bigger than Rock and Stone Cold. It's not going to be bigger than, who are some other people? Hell, just some other people. It's not going to be bigger than them. It's not even going to be up there. Sorry, it's just not. So, and then the Viking Raiders attacked them from behind. So we learned that next week they will finally be getting their tag team match. I probably would just hold it off for 5 more weeks. I would just hold it off and let their story continue to build and just let them take the titles from them at WrestleMania. I would give the Viking Raiders the win at WrestleMania, and that would be that. We got our second match of the night. The second match of the night is Xia Li, and she's having her first match. And they're making it seem like this is her first match in WWE. And I hate when they do that because she's from NXT, so clearly she had a match in NXT. So, like she's having like what? Like, yeah, it's dumb. Let me sure I can still hear myself. Cool. I can hear myself, baby. What was I saying? Oh, so this is her first match in the WWE. She's going against Natalya. They always put the new people against Natalya, either Natalya or Nia Jax, but Nia's not there anymore. It was a boring match. Xia Li won. And it's crazy because I follow Natalya on Instagram, and she be going hard like in her matches and her rehearsals and her matches and her workouts and training in the ring, but like you don't see the same thing in the company. So yeah, it's crazy. Up next is the Sami Zayn Intercontinental Championship celebration. As we come back from commercial break, Sami Zayn singing "Oh Happy Day, Oh Happy Day." Y'all remember that from Sister Act? Happy day when Jesus was. And he's saying that pretty much justice has been served. He finally got his title back after losing it, and they weren't trying to give it back to him. So he's now a 3-time Intercontinental Champion, and he's telling the crowd to show him some respect, put some respect on my name. And he's talking about how he's willing to give Shinsuke a rematch, but Shinsuke is out with a shattered knee, or Sami shattered his knee. So since Shinsuke Nakamura is out, so he's pretty much saying, I'll give a title match to anybody back there. I'm going to be a fighting champion. I'm going to be a fighting champion and all those things. And then all of a sudden, Johnny Knoxville comes out. He's out there because he said Sami Zayn came to crash his premiere when they were at the premiere for Jackass Forever, or whatever the fucking show called. And that he's basically out here to crash Sami Zayn's celebration. He pretty much is like, I want to fight you for your title. Aren't you a fighting champion? You don't have no balls. The crowd screams. The crowd is, you had no balls. The stupid shit they used to do back in the day. And then Sami attacks Johnny, and he hits 2 haluva kicks. The first one, it was a botch. The second one hit that boy right now. I was going to call him something else. Hit that boy right in his face, but he should be used to it. That's the kind of stupid shit they do. I'm actually disappointed because I think that they're making a mockery out of the Intercontinental Championship. I don't think that I mean the crowd, Johnny Knoxville is getting a reaction, but he's not a wrestler, so I don't know why he's out there. It does nothing for me. They do this every year. Like I can guarantee you, WrestleMania is going to have probably out of 8 matches on both nights, they're probably going to have about, I want to say, probably no more than 3 good matches. A total of 6 matches probably will be good, if that. And I can tell you that this one is not going to be one of them. So, backstage, Sami's complaining to Adam Pearce about not getting the proper celebration. And you know how it's pretty much messed up, Johnny Knoxville, and Adam's like, you pretty much busted him open, and things like that. And then as they're going back and forth, Ricochet steps up and is like, I heard that you're looking for challengers. I heard, I want to fight you for your title. And Sami's like, sure, get in the back of the line, because it's, so many people are lining up to face me. And Adam's like, actually, no, that sounds like a good idea. So I'm going to make that match for next week. So next Friday, not only will we have Ronda versus Sonya, but we will also have Ricochet versus Sami Zayn, which in my opinion needs to be the WrestleMania match. It does not need to be Johnny Knoxville. It needs to be Ricochet versus Sami Zayn. With Ricochet, as much as I like Sami, but it needs to be Ricochet walking out of WrestleMania as the champion. I think that there's no reason why he's not. He'll be on the card. He'll probably be in some fucking battle royal or something. But there's no reason why Ricochet should not. That match should not be built up to go at WrestleMania. Sami is the heel, Ricochet is the babyface. Boom! I just set the match up for you. But we're going to do the Johnny Knoxville, because Johnny Knoxville is not the biggest star, because he's really not. So this is where things get interesting, in my opinion. So, a returning Sasha Banks is back. I think Sasha probably was filming her show, The Mandalorian. I think I said it right. The show she was part of last year. So I think that's why she was been gone for a couple weeks. I don't think she was injured or anything like that. I just think that she had, she trying to get her act on and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? She the boss. So she's out to face Shotzi Blackheart. And poor Shotzi, she ain't getting no intro. She ain't getting nothing. She probably will be released soon. I can see it coming, and everybody will be outraged, but I can see it happening soon. I won't be outraged because it's the WWE. So here's what I was thinking so let me explain what happens first. So Sasha comes out. Shotzi's already in the ring. It's Shotzi versus Sasha. Naomi then comes out. And she comes to sit at ringside. So at this point, I'm like, okay, so we must be done with Naomi and Sonya, unless something happens next week. I think we're done with that match, which kind of sucks because I wanted them to have that one final match at WrestleMania with Naomi getting her match and Sonya like losing her power as a authority figure and have to go back to a wrestler. But I'm also over that storyline, and I'm only accepting of this if this happens. If this does not happen, then everything that is going to take place between now and WrestleMania is going to be pointless. So the match between Shotzi and Sasha was like 2 minutes. Sasha hit the bank statement, she won. Moving on. So then Naomi says, all right, y'all, see y'all, peace. I'm getting off commentary. And she goes into the ring. And she looks at the WrestleMania sign first. So she looked at the WrestleMania sign. Then she looks back at Sasha Banks. Then she's like, you're looking at the new women's tag team champions. So I'm like, okay, here we go with this shit. But then I thought about it. The only way this can work is, at the end of the day, Naomi gets a title on her. Sasha gets her win at WrestleMania. Somehow between WrestleMania and whatever pay-per-view is before SummerSlam, they lose the titles and they start feuding. I don't want this to be a long title holding with them. I don't want that. At the end of the day, Naomi versus Sasha needs to be the match at SummerSlam. Sasha can be the heel. She can screw Naomi over. They can go back to back in the day when they were part of Team Bad and Naomi screwed over Sasha and kicked her out of the group. They can do a rehash of that, and it can be the tables turn, and then we can get a proper one-on-one with Sasha versus Naomi. I think that is the only way people will fully get behind them two being a tag team. I saw people online saying, well, it's random. It's not random because they have history together. They were a team, and they've been teaming off and on, and they even faced each other a few times, but they were a team back in the day, so it's not a random pairing. But it needs to be when all this is said and done, when the dust settles, Naomi versus Sasha, SummerSlam, not on no random episode of Smackdown, not on no random episode of Raw, not on no B-level pay-per-view. It needs to be at SummerSlam or, and I'm pushing it for this one, Royal Rumble, but I say no longer than SummerSlam. The question is, though, you're going to have Sasha Banks and Naomi, who are, top contenders, top performers against Carmella and Zelina. I mean, yeah, Carmella's good, but Zelina's trash. So you're going to have to do something to hype up this match if it's going to be at WrestleMania. I don't know if you give them the titles on like a random episode or whatever, and they walk into WrestleMania with the titles, and then they face shit. Damn. I don't want to say this. I guess the Bella Twins. Maybe Trish and Lita. I could see that. Maybe this is a stretch what I'm going to say, and I know it's not going to happen, but maybe Asuka and Io could team up. I know it's not going to happen, but it's just a fantasy booking. But Sasha and Naomi can carry a match. They can have the WrestleMania matches inside of them. They definitely can do that. I don't know. I know Zelina and Carmella can't do it. So we'll see how this plays out. But like I said, I'm only accepting this if the outcome at the end of the day is Sasha versus Naomi. There should be no other outcome. That's it. It's a dead division. You don't have anybody. I don't know if you think giving them the title is going to make the titles prestigious again, but you need to come up with tag teams. You don't really have enough women for that unless you plan on bringing women up from NXT who are way past their time and it's time for them to come up. Outside of that, I don't know. But I mean, you can even, I don't know if she's still with the company or if it was a one-off, but you can even do Liv and Sarah getting back together or something. But you got to do something. And I know Sasha Banks is just not going to settle for anything. But it'll be good to see Sasha get a win at WrestleMania, and it'll be good to see Naomi with a title under her belt. But I'm going to say this again. At the end of the fucking day, it needs to be Naomi versus Sasha at SummerSlam or something like that. That's it. That's all I'm going for. Moving on. I'm gone. I'm done with it. Said my piece. Let's see what else we got. Up next is just a captivating, breathtaking moments. Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. Corbin gets in the ring and talking. I wasn't listening. DoorDash was actually at my door, so I was getting my food. And then I came back and I realized that he had told Madcap Moss, like, you'll pretty much take over for me, because Hershey, Pennsylvania doesn't deserve this kind of match. And I'm like, okay. And I don't know if I don't think Madcap is really hurt, but he did take a nasty bump at Elimination Chamber. And well, I'm not going to say it in a good way, but I will say that I think the match is going to be Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin at WrestleMania. That doesn't have any excitement into it. Poor Drew. Yeah, Drew is going to win that match just like he won tonight's match, but it's the most stupendous WrestleMania of all time in Dallas, Texas, in front of 100,000 people, and you know WWE is going to exaggerate their numbers. Backstage, we have Ronda Rousey, and she's talking pretty much about how she's going to let everyone see what happens when an authority figure steps out of line. And they're saying, I don't know if they're going to continue to say it, but they're still saying, Ronda, Sonya was picking on Naomi and things like that. So Ronda's probably going to end up squashing her. It's probably going to be a squash match, like I said earlier. But we do know that match is taking place next week. So we have 3 matches taking place next week. We have Sonya and Ronda. We have Ricochet and Sami, and we have the Viking Raiders and the Usos. So it's looking good on card. So let's just see. This is the road to WrestleMania. The final segment of the night, the contract signing for the unification match between Brock Lesnar, the WWE champion, and Roman Reigns, the Universal champion. And like I said earlier, they're really hyping this up to make it seem like they're saying the biggest match of all time. And I hate when they do stuff like this because it's not really the case. Just let these guys go out here and do what they're going to do. But it's the main event. Roman's out first. He's telling Hershey PA to acknowledge him. Paul Heyman gets on the mic, and they're going some back and forth. And like somebody asked me earlier about them saying Brock, in Madison Square Garden. So like I was saying earlier, on Monday Night Raw, Paul Heyman was like, if you make it to WrestleMania with your title, because he's pretty much saying that Brock Lesnar will lose his title. Now, at first he was saying he's going to lose it to Bobby Lashley, but Bobby Lashley is out. Like I said earlier, I read that he's trying to get medically cleared. I don't really know if he gets clear where he's going to fall at WrestleMania. So I don't know, but they definitely need all the help they can get. What else happened on the segment? Then Brock Lesnar came out. They had security blocking him, and Brock was like, I'm here. I'll kick ass. The security is, it ain't nothing for me. And Roman gets out the ring. He's like, the cameraman it works for me. Michael Cole and Pat McAfee work for me. The audience is my audience. The sign is my sign. This is my. The ring is my. Blah 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 blah. The title, what I'm saying, like gonna be mine. Blah 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 blah. I don't really see Brock winning this match. Again, he doesn't have anything to gain from it. My only thing about this unification match is, so is Roman going to work double duty? What's going to happen? You still don't, like, no matter if the titles are unified or not, you still don't have any challenges for Roman. So like, I get that people want it to happen, but no matter if you look at Raw, if you look at Smackdown, there's still no challenges for him outside of Bobby Lashley when he comes back, and Drew McIntyre. That's it. We done seen everybody else. So good luck to them on that. What the hell they going to do? I will say they need to bring Walter ass on up and let Walter take the title from him. Or Gunther, whatever his fucking name is. Some Russian shit. They need to change that because of what's going on in the world. Tonight's show was okay. It wasn't nothing to go home and tell your peoples about, but it was cool. I think next week's show will be a little better just based off the card. I'm sure Sami Zayn and Ricochet probably will have the match of the night because them guys are probably going to put on the show if there's no fuckery involved, which I'm pretty sure there will be. yeah, so that's that, people. I'm getting ready to go eat my food and watch some TV and play some PS5 for you people. And I will see y'all on Monday for Monday Night Raw on the road to WrestleMania. Like I said earlier, like, subscribe, and comment. I think I'm forgetting to say something. No, I think I'm good. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 200. We are not we, but I have videos getting up. So this video will be up today when I'm about to hit the end button. Weekend sessions tomorrow is going to be up, and it's a good episode. Good, funny episode. So make sure you check that out. I got some more stuff coming. I'll see you all Monday for Raw. I don't know if I'm gonna do any 2K. I mean, it's not really shit going on with 2K because I don't know what the marketing team is doing. I may do the roster reveal news. I may not. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, tonight was really interesting just based off of one thing, the Naomi and Sasha thing. Outside of that, the show was okay. Again, it wasn't better than Raw, but we'll see what happens next week. Anyway, I'm now rambling. All right, so let me get up off of here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell anybody, tell your cousins, tell this person, tell that person. Come follow my channel. Come have some fun with me. Come do some interacting with me. Support the channel. Hit the Cash App. Support the channel. Support the channel. Support the channel. Peace. I'm out.